My wife just informed me that it's actually July already, so it's time for another garden update. And at this time of year, it's like 8 o'clock at night now, but it's still bright out because the sun stays up so long. So everything is going mad. Between the rain and the sunlight, everything is growing like weeds. Perfect example here, let me flip you around, is this little mango tree. So it started out, I planted it here about a year ago, and in that time it has done all this. Obviously very happy. So I pruned it here, I decapitated it and selectively pruned it into 4 branches. And then when those 4 branches got about 2 feet tall, I cut them again, and now I have to cut them again soon. Probably down to like maybe just 3 each, because as you can see, this one is, it's falling over with the weight of all that new growth, so it needs a little help. But everything is blooming, everything is growing. Same situation here, different variety, but it's the same pruning situation. But interestingly, oh, that's interesting, this one, given that it's a different variety, it's not branching out into 4 or 5 or 6 different things. It's just got one here. It's growing still. Interesting. I love seeing the variety differences. Sweet potatoes are in heaven right about now. They are just, they're growing. Let's see if we can find one in here. Yeah, there's one poking out. So if it's got full sunlight, you don't want to allow that because it can actually get poisonous. It can start greening. But if it's covered with the branch, the vines, then it'll be fine. What else? At this time of year, I am trying to get as many of those cuttings and propagate them everywhere. So I've got a compost pile. I just put a bunch of cuttings in and they are taking off. More sweet potato. I think that's the theme of this video. Sweet potatoes and mangoes. You can't keep up with the grass. If you want to, you gotta mow every 2 or 3 days. And diseases and pests are just killing everything. Yuck. Don't know what to do about that. Anybody here know how to grow papaya? I've got loads and loads of papaya starting, but they never grow. They never grow to full size. We got some new chicks in the chicken flock. So we're putting them out in their little cage to try and introduce them slowly to the others. Let's see, not much else to see at the moment. Oh, bananas. So that's what we're going to call this. It's going to be mangoes and sweet potatoes and bananas. Oh my. Gotta grab the mulberry when you see it. See that? There we are. Beautiful. Dude, bananas are kind of annoying right now. They're growing like mad, which is awesome. Putting off new pups everywhere. But they're growing into my gate. And that is probably the most inopportune position. You can't walk through here without ducking. Weeds everywhere. But the zinnias. If you ever want a flower to grow in Florida, just get the zinnia. Man, they go mad. And everybody loves them too. I'm thinking about starting a huge crop of them to sell as cut flowers. Because everybody talks about the zinnias. They love them. And there's all different varieties and colors and shapes, petal shapes. You see, that's very different, but that's a zinnia. This is like a double or a triple bloom. This is a single. The big project over this summer has been the replacement of our septic field. So this whole area was all dug out about 4 or 5 feet deep, a new field put in. That was in May, I think. So we've got it leveled. We put grass seed down here. It's finally coming back. We've just tonight moved the picnic table back over to its spot. And since everything was a mess back here, I took a couple of weeks to refurbish this shed. It's hardy plank siding. The white siding is hardy plank, which is awesome because it'll never rot and it's pretty sturdy. But the problem is, as it gets older, it starts to crack at the joints, especially if the nails were put too close to the edge when they were first installed. So all this hardy plank was coming off the siding. So, but I couldn't add more nails because it was all cracking out. So I got these battens from work, just leftover scrap. Most of it's cedar. And I reinforced every stud. Everywhere there was nails through the hardy plank, I reinforced it. And I think it looks pretty good. And all the corners too. All the windows. I still need to replace this fascia board on both sides because it's probably 25 years old and rotted out. But it's not really structural. It's okay for now. That might wait till the fall because, man, it's hot. Replace the flooring. And because we had holes in this shed, you know, all kinds of places where things could get in, we had rats living in here and lots of them. I scooped up maybe, you know, 10 pounds of rat droppings out of here. It was disgusting. So took everything out, blew it out, cleaned it as best we could, sprayed bleach everywhere, replaced the flooring, replaced the door and the jamb. This is a brand new door. Well, a used door. But it's also steel. Oh, hi. So. You threw off my groove. Okay.
The apple was groove?
Yeah, say bye-bye.